everyone, holiday hit all at once. I have Dior Holiday, I have Guerlain Holiday, I have Tom Ford Soleil, I have the Tom Ford Rose stuff coming. I have everything all at once. It's like that movie. So I am going to try to get it all done as quickly as possible, but with work, of course, it takes me some time because I only really have the weekends to film. So I'm going to do Dior first, then Tom Ford, then Guerlain, but I'll try to have some pictures up on Instagram just to show you like swatches and what they look like. All right, let's start with Dior. Okay, this is the Dior Holiday collection, not to be confused with the Dior Blooming Boudoir collection, which I feel like I just reviewed. Like I said, everything is coming all at once. So this is a holiday collection, 2 blushes, 2 eyeshadow quads, Forever liquids, Dior Addict lipstick, cases. There's a like basically coffret. It's like a clutch, which I did not get. There is the 5-pan Ecrin Couture Iconic eyeshadow makeup palette. I didn't get that. Or the Ecrin Couture one that has the eyeshadow, blush, highlighter, and lipsticks in it. I did not get that one. So I've gotten them in years past. I have the ones from previous years. They're all good. It's not a commentary on the product. It's just that I have enough product, so I didn't get them. Let's just put it out there. Things to address. One, there's also nail polishes, which I'll show you in a second. The eyeshadows. There are 2 shades available. There's the Night Walk and the Promenade Doré. When they first went up, the names were reversed on the site. They were incorrect. The one that I was able to get is the Night Walk, which is the cool one. And I'll show it to you in a minute. It's the gray one with the gold in the middle. The other one, Promenade Doré, sold out. When it sold out, though, it had the shades that are in the Night Walk. So I don't know if people were buying it knowing that it was the warm one, or they bought it thinking it was the cool one. I'm not sure, but either way, it's sold out right now. So I do not have the Promenade Doré. I will buy it as soon as it's available, and I will do a review on it. I can tell you, I think that one is more like, I think it's more like the one from last year, Cosmic Eyes, but they're both a little bit like the ones from last year, to be honest. But anyway, I'll pick up the other one when I can, as soon as I can, and review it for you. The one that is Night Walk looks a little bit like Black Bow, but the difference is, in my opinion, just looking at it, is that there's this gold shade in the middle, and the other shades do have more demarcation. They're different from one another. Although these 2 shades, we'll see how different they look on the eye. But you have the gold in the middle. So it's a little bit like a Black Bow mixed with something else. Cosmic Eyes, I'll show you as well. And I just did a review of the Chanel holiday collection. And in that, they're very similar colors. So I'm going to have something up on Instagram that swatches this one next to the Chanel one. So wait for that. Okay, so that's last year's Cosmic Eyes. And I compared the Chanel to Cosmic Eyes in the other one. So I think there's going to be some similarities between all of these. And like I said, I will have that up on Instagram. I won't have it up today for this video because I want to get this up Saturday morning. And the only way I can do it is to get it to do a relatively shorter video today. I mean, it's not gonna be super short because I'm gonna show you all the products, but I don't have time to like do a bunch of swatch comparisons. So they will be over on Instagram. Because I know these things are popular. And like I said, that Promenade one sold out. So I was like, really? It's gone? Like, it was the day it was released that I looked. And I was like, yeah, it's gone. All right, so let's do the nail polish really, really quickly because I think that one we can get out of the way and I can show you the shade. It is 209. It is Mirror. It's the one that had like the platinum looking shade. That is it on my nails. Nail. It is not as gold as the Chanel one. In fact, I would say it's definitely platinum. It's a platinum shade. It looks like my ring. If you can see, my ring is platinum. The shade is platinum. It's a beautiful shade. I actually really like it. But if you don't like a metallic look, I would go with the other shade in the collection, because that one is Black Rivoli. Is that right? Yeah, that's what it says. Rivoli, Black Rivoli. But it's like purple. Anyway, the point is that's the name. But it's not metallic. So if you're looking for a nail polish and you want to get one of them, the other one looks like a deep purple. And then this one is platinum. And then there's the glittery top coat, which is like gold. It does look pretty, but I didn't get any top coats. The Addict case. I did buy 2 of these. They are $30. As I've said in my favorites of fall, I love the Addict cases. I think they're gorgeous. I love the way that Dior did them. But let's be honest, let's all be honest, nobody needs these. These are cases to put your lipstick in. They're $30 that you do not need to spend because they come with cases. They come with a case. I just like the pretty cases. This one is my favorite. It's got this gold embossing on it, and it's raised embossing. So it's really beautifully done. And I really, really like it, I have to say. Like, it's really stunning. The new shade that also you could buy, which comes separately, again, because these are just the cases, is Jardin Doré 211. This is $45. And I've already put it in the case because, I mean, of course I did. And let's swatch it on the back of my hand. I will then put it on my lips. It is very light, almost like a topper. On someone like me, it will show up just fine. If you have pigmented lips though, I don't think you're gonna see much of this. There you go. Even on me, there's not much of a shade there. I'm gonna use it with a brown liner. I think it'll look beautiful. I actually kind of like it by itself because it just kind of gives a nice goldy gloss. But like, again, if you have pigmented lips, I don't think you're gonna see much there. Okay, blushes. We got 2 blushes. Now, the 2 blush shades are, we have Splendid Rose and Precious Rose. Well, that makes it easy. Now, the Precious Rose is the lighter one. I can tell you right now that the lighter one is going to be the one that I prefer. I will also say that I think the deeper one, see, now I've already forgotten the name. My migraines are so much better, guys, but my brain fog is just hanging in there. It's like, I can't remember names. The light one is Precious Rose. This is the one I'm gonna prefer, but I don't think this is gonna work as well on a lot of people because it's really light. And then this is Splendid Rose, which I think more people are gonna like because there's more pigment to it. All right, so let's swatch the 2, and I'll put both on my face. We'll use the lighter one, like higher. Yeah, the deep one, those are 2 swatches each, like 1 and then 2. Let's use the light one first so you guys can see it on me, and then we'll use the deeper one. Because if I use the deeper one first, we're not going to be able to see this lovely lighter one, which is, again, Precious Rose. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put a headband on. I've been getting physical therapy for my neck. It's one of the reasons they think I've had headaches and migraines. They're 2 different, believe it or not, 2 different things. And my hair keeps getting in the way of like trying to work on my neck. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I am going to get it cut. Believe it or not, I got it cut 6 months ago. I was looking at a picture recently of one of the videos I did 6 months ago after I got it cut. It has grown a ridiculous amount in 6 months. Okay, so let's do the lighter one. Yeah, my hair grows like almost an inch a month, which is a ridiculous amount of hair. And everyone's like, oh, you should be so happy about that. But both me and my hairdresser understand that that is not good because I color my hair. So, and I try to only get it done every 6 weeks. Because, you know, I just don't have time to do like probably every 4 weeks like I should. I just don't have time for that. So I always have some gray hair. That is the Precious Rose. I love this shade. Absolutely gorgeous. I will be using this a lot. But again, I'm very pale. You see that's light on me. Now I am using a fluffy brush. I'm not using a really dense brush. And I'm not going over it. I'm sure we can build it up. But again, just the way you would normally use a blush, it's, you know, it's a lighter shade. It's a light pink shade, a precious rose. You know, that's about right. But I think it's a great shade for somebody who's pale, who wants a really light pink shade. The formula is great in these blushes. At least I think it is. I really like the reformulated, whatever they did to them. I think they're fine. I mean, I didn't notice a downgrade, like the same for the eyeshadows. All right, so now this one is definitely going to be deeper on me. So what I'm going to do is I'm kind of use it like an 80s contour. So kind of under the cheekbone a little bit. I'm going to pounce it first, just to make sure I didn't get too much on the, no, I'm good, okay. And then that way you can see, again, I'm going in light. I'm not going in, you know, super deep with the shade because otherwise it will look kind of crazy on me, but enough so you can see the shade of it. Yeah, it's a really pretty shade. It is similar in undertone to the Precious Rose. Can you see that it's definitely a rosewood shade? In fact, I would say that is pretty much rosewood. Interestingly enough, when you take a picture of this in certain lighting, it looks warm. It's not warm. This is a very cool based blush. So if you see pictures of it that look like a warmer, almost orangey tone, it's because of the lighting. The pictures that I'll have up on Instagram, they are taken in natural light and you can see the coolness. So I'm just kind of blending these together now a little bit so it's not as harsh. Not that it was harsh, but you know, just to give it a little, push it together. Yeah, that's really nice. A little more blush than I would usually use, but it gives me a contour, so it's totally fine. If you weren't around in the 80s, that's how we did it. We didn't really have contour, guys. We just used blush. So yeah, those are the two shades. My favorite is going to be the Precious Rose. I'm just the kind of person who wears less blush, but I love both shades. They're both rosy tones. Rosewood, I would say, is the deeper one, and the Precious Rose, I'd say, is like almost like a tea rose. It's very pink, very light. I'm not usually a big person for pink, but on the cheeks, I do like that kind of blushed, you know, like you went out in the cold kind of look. And I think that works for me and my skin tone. So I think that's really nice. Love the blushes. Love the nail polish. The lipstick, you can see it kind of like sunk into the lips. Again, I love the Addict lips, and I think the case is stunning. But this color is like just a glossy, it's almost like a maximizer. You know what I mean? Like the maximizers that are just, what's the one I'm looking for? Like the holographic ones that have a little bit of shade, but not really. That's what this reminds me of. There really isn't color here. It's more just like a glossy, a little bit of like warmth or gold. So if you're looking for an actual lip color, this doesn't have it. So I wouldn't recommend getting it. I mean, if you're just looking for a top coat, or you really like just a gloss with very little shade, then it's good for you. But otherwise, I wouldn't waste your money on it because there's not really pigment there. Okay, let's swatch. Oh, and the blushes are $48. And by the way, these are all limited edition. I did not pick up any of the Forever Liquid shades. I talked about it in my fall favorites. I like the liquid shade that I had, the lacquer one that's like 200. It's not my favorite formula though, and I'm still deciding on whether or not I really like that, so I didn't pick up any of these. All right, so I have the Night Walk. It's $68. This is what it looks like. I think it's going to be very pretty on the eye, but I think we have seen this. It's redundant in many ways because we've seen these shades. But I just want to say, you know, you've seen a lot of that and the other things too. Like I'll tell you right now, I love the Chanel 5-pan for holiday. I really do. I think the formula in there is outstanding and I love it. But I did a swatch compare over on Instagram with the Chanel No. 5 quad from last year or whatever it was. It's not that different. So the formula is different. The formula is different, but the shades aren't. So I feel like a lot of the brands are doing like same colors. And I get it, it's holiday. There's certain, you know, shades that are kind of lend themselves to holiday, but you know, just saying. And I can still love them and say, hey, they're not new. I mean, you can love something and have like 4 of them. Just saying, like, I think I have this color story like 5 times over. Still pretty, but all right. So the formula in here is not the old formula, but we know that. It's drier. It's not like the Boudoir. That one is really dry. But you can see, like, even in the matte here, this is a drier matte. You know what I mean? It's not super smooth. This white is very pretty. Nice sparkle. This gray and this white, you see how I said in the pan they were going to look similar? I think they're going to look similar on the eye. Silver is gorgeous. That exists, or something very much like it exists in other Dior's. And this gold is very pretty, actually. It's a really nice gold. How you choose to use it will determine whether the look is all cool or balanced out by the gold. It just depends on how you want to do that. Like if you put this all over the eyelid, it's definitely going to have a more neutral or even maybe warm, depending on how opaque it is. If you choose to use this all over the eyelid, definitely going to be cool. And these 2 shades, like I said, I think they're going to be very similar. But we're going to find out. Let me know what other comparisons you want to see, and I will make sure that they are on Instagram so you can see them. Like I said, I'm going to compare it to the new Chanel. I'll compare it to the Cosmic Eyes from before. Black Bow. What else? My brain's not working right now. You guys tell me. You tell me what you want to see. I'm here for you. So you tell me what you want to see and I'll make sure. But for now, at least I can get this up for all of you guys and you can see the shades and see if you even want to purchase them. All right, we're going to start with the black. I know that sounds odd, but the black in here is A matte shade, and B, I actually think that, yep, it's not, yes, it looks a little, like I know a lot of people are like scared of a black shade on the eyes, but as long as it's not super opaque, you'll be fine. All right, so I'm going to use the gold on the eye today because I want to see how we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this gray silver shade and I'm going to use it on the outer corner of the eye, mix it in with this black. Now this definitely has shimmer to it, or satiny, well, yeah, I'd say shimmer. So we're going to see how this mixes with the gold. I recently put up something on Instagram about Selena Gomez's dress that she wore in the last episode of Only Murders in the Building. If you're not watching that show and you like murder mysteries, great show. It's in season 3. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. Honestly, Steve Martin and Martin Short are like just so incredibly talented. It's amazing. But anyway, different subject. The point is, I posted a picture of the dress she wore in the final episode, and it is silver and gold. Which is what I'm thinking of as I do this look. And first of all, she's a stunning woman. It looked absolutely amazing on her, but the dress was actually available. And I'm kicking myself that I didn't know, like, of course I hadn't seen it before the final episode, but I guess it was available last year online. It's a Bagley Mischka dress, and it's stunning. And I would have bought it. I actually would have bought it. It wasn't ridiculously expensive, but not ridiculously so. I would have bought it, but now it's sold out. Everywhere. So I was just like, maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe everyone will have loved it from the last episode and they'll bring it back. So that's my hope. All right, so I'm going to take the white, the silver here. And I'm going to use that very lightly in the brow. I'm going to use the white in the inner corner because the white is a little bit more sparkly than the silver. And I'm just going in lightly with it. I'm not, going in super heavy-handed with the silver, but it's a nice silver. You could definitely use that all over the eye too, if that's what you wanted to do. I am going to clean up on the outside of my eye, guys, don't worry, but I always do that last. Really what you should do is your eye makeup first and then your face makeup. It's just not how I was taught. It's just not what I do. It's not what I do. Every once in a while I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I don't. I'll be honest with you. Like I say I'm going to do it, it's not what I do. All right, so let's take the gold. Yes, in my head, I'm like, you should do the eye makeup first. And then I don't. Because it's not what I do. We all get used to certain things that you're just comfortable with. And as long as it's not hurting anyone, I don't mind cleaning it up. So it's fine. When I do it on clients, when I was doing makeup, I did do their eye makeup. Okay, we have the gold on the eyes. I really like that look. That looks really nice. All right, we're gonna take the white, pop it on the inner corner of the eye. Very sparkly. I think you could also use this over the entire look. All right, and then I'm gonna take the silver shade actually and use that to line. Well, maybe I should use the black. Let's use the black. So I'll use it, this is gonna be a stiffer brush and more intense, so you can see how black you can get it to look. And you can see, like, it's pretty deep. This is pretty dark. I mean, yeah, this might actually be a charcoal, but it looks, I'll look at the description and see what it says, but it's pretty deep when you want it to be. And I'll put a little bit on the top line, on the outer corner. I don't generally line my entire eyelid at the top. I feel for my eyes that closes my eye off. Sometimes I will line the entire upper line and upper lash line and lower lash line, but most of the time I keep to the outer corners. Again, it depends on the look you're looking for. If you're looking for like a reverse cat eye or something, that's a whole nother thing. But so I'm going to clean up the outside of the eye a little bit. I'm going to put on some mascara and I'm going to come back and we'll talk about the description of the shades, just so I have that for you. I'll also put on a little bit of lip liner so you can see what this looks like, this non-existent lip color with some lip liner. With mascara. So, you know what I'm going to say, love the look, love the shadows. I think this is very pretty, very reminiscent of many different palettes that I have. And I will do some comparisons for you over on Instagram. I think it is a little bit like the Chanel. I like the Chanel formula more. This is more powdery. It reminds me a little of Cosmic Eyes from last year. It reminds me a little bit of Black Bow, though Black Bow doesn't have the gold. Yeah, I mean, I really love the look. It's nothing against that. I think the color story is stunning. I just feel like we've seen this before. You probably own it before. Again, beautiful, looks great on, happy to have it, but definitely not new. Okay, so let's see what it says. Nightwalk features silver and black tones that contrast the radiant golden hue. Peter Phillips, creative and image director for Dior Makeup, is behind these dazzling shade harmonies. So the other one, the Promenade Doré, which I couldn't get because it was sold out, I'll put up a picture of it. It has hues of bronze and gold accented by the silver shade in the middle. That one looks obviously warmer with the silver shade. I will say that this gold shade in the middle is unique. It has the gold in here is not too yellow, not antique either though. It's a beautiful combination of a gold with a warmth to it, but a depth that has like a cooler undertone. It's not brassy. It's really nice. It's the kind of gold that you'd want, or at least I would want on my hardware for a purse. Like, it's a beautiful gold. It's not too yellow. It's not too brassy. It's like perfect. So I will give them that. I really think that is a little bit unique. The other gold that I've seen recently, like this is Cosmic Eyes. The shades in here, if you look at the two shades, these are the ones that have like a little bit more gold to them. I'll put them on the back of my hand really quickly so you can see them. They're pretty, and they're definitely gold leaning. One has a little bit more of like almost an antique gold kind of thing. But this new one, I don't know how to explain it. It's an interesting shade. All right, so this is the deeper one in the Cosmic Eyes. You see it has almost like a bronziness to it. This is the yellow gold. And then this is the new one in the Nightwalk. Do you see what I mean? It's a cooler shade of gold. It's really nice. Yeah, I really, really like it. I think it goes really well with these silver tones in here. I think it really works. So it's slightly different. Is it drastically different than other golds? No, guys, it's not. I'm not trying to tell you like, oh no, this one's totally different. That's not what I'm saying. But there is a difference between this gold. It is more unique than some of the ones I've seen recently, and it's not yellow. So the shades, the eyeshadows are $68. Again, Promenade Doré, currently not available on site. As soon as it is available, I will pick it up. So love the nail polish. This mirror, was that the shade name? Am I totally wrong? No, I'm right. Mirror, love it. Platinum-ish kind of shade. Like I said, like the eye color. It's gold, but it's definitely got that platinum. Yeah, I think it's really nice. The blushes, I like both of them. I like the lighter one better for me. If you're somebody who has a deeper skin tone, I would definitely go with the deeper shade because I think the lighter rose one, I think it's going to be too light because you know, unless you're really building it up, it's a light pink. Perfect for me, but not perfect for everybody. This case, love this case. I love the gold embroidery. Like I said, it's raised on the white fabric. Words. I think it's just really stunning. But again, it's a case. It's just a case for $30. It's beautiful, but you don't need it. I don't need it either, and I know that. But I did want it, so I bought it for myself. But I would say that the lipstick that's in it, I now have on with a Nude Brune from Chanel. I picked that because it's not too deep. I didn't want to throw off the shade too much. There's not a lot of shade there. It's like a luminizer, maximizer. I keep doing that. Maximizer, like a, you know, sheer one. It's really pretty. I like it, but you know, for what you're paying for the lipstick, I don't know. I just think that would be the least of my priorities for this collection. First, I pick up the blush, actually, because I really like that color of blush. I think it's really pretty. And the deeper one is beautiful, too, if you like rose shades. The nail polish, I think, is unique because I like the platinum shade of it. It's really, really pretty. The eyeshadow, I think, is beautiful. I'm going to bet a lot of you out there already have this color story. So that's all I'm saying. If you don't, this is definitely worth picking up. But I do want to compare it to the Chanel Cosmic Eyes and Black Bow and anything else you guys can think of on Instagram, because I feel like it is a similar look, not the same, but a similar look. And if I had to choose between the Chanel and Dior formulas, at least the new ones, I'd pick the Chanel 5-pan that came out for holiday. I do like that formula better. I just think it's a better formula. This one's fine. It's good. It went on perfectly well. There was no problems with it. No patchiness, none of that. But the Chanel one is creamier. So that's just my take. And yeah, if I'm going head to head. Okay, I think that's it for now. I will have the other eyeshadow when I can. Look forward to hearing your comments below about this collection, your thoughts, any questions you have, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you in another video really soon.